BenQ SW271C Photographic Monitor. I've had this monitor now for a couple of months. I've had a chance to understand how it works, how I can apply it to my photography, and I want to share these first experiences with you. So basically, I've been photographing landscapes now for almost 20 years, and since digital photographies came in more so in recent years, I've been using the Apple iMac, which is a fantastic monitor. We all know as the graphic designers and many people in media use it in their post-production work, and they are fantastic instruments to do post-production, video, etc. And then this baby arrived. This monitor is a whole other world. It really is. I've recently thought, you know, with digital photography, we're so fixed on, we want to get the right gear to make sure that we get, you know, that final product so perfect and the way we want it. We're obsessed by tripods, filters, camera gear, post-processing, but one link that we miss sometimes is how actually important it is to do that post-production in the correct way using a monitor that is actually made for photographers. And I think it's so important. It's such an important phase in our workflow that we actually use a monitor designed for our needs, and designed especially for printing and showing on social media platforms, websites, etc. What makes this monitor a photographic monitor? Okay, so the difference between these two monitors here obviously is the resolution. The iMac is 21.5, they do come out in a bigger size obviously, but this one is a 27-inch monitor with a very, very high resolution compared to the iMac, and it is a 10-bit monitor compared to an 8-bit monitor, which basically means having the 10-bit, we get a bigger array of colours. We get to be able to look at those colours and study those colours and work on those colours in post-production at such a higher level than we would with an 8-bit monitor. I'm going to show you around the back. We have various ports that we can connect in our camera gear. We've got an SD card that we can put in there, little things like that that just thought about so well for photographers. To connect the two monitors up, we have a video cable and a USB cable, which I've got connected through. The USB very, very important for color calibration, and the possibility of using a USB-C direct connection with no other cables to guarantee a very, very fast transfer of files, and without having to worry about having all these extra cables hanging around like I have. An extra feature with regard to cables, etc. and accessories, we also have this puck cable. It gives us the possibility to actually switch between profiles on our monitor. Now, going into profiles on a monitor, basically we have many different settings. We can select in our brightness. I usually work in about 45%. We can then set in different types of profiles. We can go into Adobe RGB, which is what I've worked in here. We can then move into sRGB for, you know, various reasons. I mean, sRGB you're going to be working more. It's more of a standard file to work with across the web, across the internet, and Adobe you're going to be working. Obviously, it's got a larger gamma of colours, so you're going to be using that more for printing, etc. Then we then have the options of going through and even selecting black and white to get correct black and white results for an image, or even direct printing. I don't have the best printer here, so I haven't tried that, but there is a possibility to get a correct calibration for direct printing to make sure you're getting the right results for printing directly calibrated to your printer. We've got a little hood up the top here, which we open up so we can actually sneak in our color calibrator. This did come calibrated out of the factory. I've only been using it for a short term, so I will calibrate it soon and I'll show you guys how I actually do that. Another important feature that we have on the monitor is the hood that goes all around the shade hood, which which actually comes out quite far. And I think when you're going to invest in a monitor like this, having this type of hood around it to avoid glare, side light, etc. is so important. It's like keeping it inside a dark box. It's very, very, very important to have. So I'm just going to go through with everyone how I actually went by post-processing an image using this new BenQ monitor. I'm going to bring up an example of this image here. You'll notice in this image here, this was taken about a year ago. It was one of those images I had sitting on the back of a file that through the iMac and through Photoshop I just could never get correct, and I knew it was something that I wanted to bring out, but I just found it too hard and it just became too dull. Now, working on it with this monitor, I found that having the correct calibration and a bigger depth of gamma of colors, and also a very, very good luminosity into the screen itself, and at a high resolution, I was able to bring back those vivid memories of this image that I took. There was some very important raw data in this image that I wanted to bring back, and I was able to recreate just how it was when I took this image. I think you'll notice in the bottom right hand corner and into sort of the back of the image, we have all these greens, and we've got greens from cold blue going into the center area, where we have more areas of a warmer blue into very, very hints of yellow, and there's a very, very close knit color that was very expanded. And to be able to achieve the results in this image, I wouldn't have been able to do it not having this monitor. And I think you'll find the beauty of an image like this is having those big variations in greens that just makes it such a vivid image. I find it beautiful too, you know, when you're working with a computer screen, it doesn't, you know, you can move to an angle and the colors might variate depending on what exact angle you are, etc. This screen has a beautiful technology in it where basically, I think it's called PPI or something, I could be wrong about that, but basically it doesn't matter where you actually are in the image, on the screen, sorry, in any corner, the colors don't change, and the glare is very, very low. I think this monitor is really, really made for photographers who, you know, might have a laptop that they take traveling with them, and they need a bigger monitor to work off. They've got an option of having something like this in their home office, and you can just connect it straight up to your laptop, or even the Mac Minis that are out now that don't come out with a monitor. You have the option of bang, getting yourself a photographic monitor instantly, or even someone like me who has a great iMac. Don't get me wrong, these screens are beautiful, but this is the next step up. So it's actually really good to have this as the better option, and at the same time it's actually great to work off two screens. I can simultaneously do different things at the same time, which is a beautiful thing to do. You know, I can multitask, and having the option of having the standard screen and my photographic screen to do the work together that I need is brilliant. So, as I said, I hope that helps you understand things a little bit more. I will come up with another video soon, and I'm going to show you guys how I'm actually going to calibrate this monitor. I'm going to use an X-Rite calibrator, and we're going to use the internal technology that's built into this monitor, the palette software, which is very, very unique because the actual software itself the hardware is built inside the monitor, and it bypasses the whole system, so it avoids, you know, storing up space on your normal computer, etc., and makes the whole process a lot easier. So I'm really looking forward to show you the process of calibration, and I hope next time we see you, I'll have a print so I can actually show you exactly how accurate this monitor is when it comes to printing, which is a very, very exciting process in landscape photography for me. So have a great day, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.